So I'll present what we are doing in the area of system management. So it's a software talk. As we were with IBM, we inherited a kind of stack, which we have been, I would say, making evolutions, and that will be about this story. Okay, what are we doing? So, first of all, it's true we have a kind of dual stack approach. One is a commercial product, one is open source. I would say commercial stack is GPFS, LSF, Intel MPI, and then some other products which are not always commercial. And then we started an effort with Lenovo, in fact, because we were not doing that with IBM. For example, building solutions on top of Lustre and then having, I would say, other scheduler than LSF, other MPI than Intel, and so on and so forth. So it's true that, so what we are doing now is, in a way, doing two things. One is moving in the open source area, which is doing more things in the open source area, and that will be the main focus of this talk. But I will also present that we are not forgetting customers which also want commercial stack, so what we are doing in this area. And of course, one of the key things is, of course, is providing services to customers which, in fact, want this stack or that stack. So I'll start with XCAT because, as we see here, XCAT is I would say, the foundation of the cluster manager. And maybe people don't know what XCAT is. Okay, I don't know who do not know about XCAT. Okay, a few. So this was built with by IBM at that time, and we are now, I would say, co-developing XCAT. It has been used to deploy very large clusters for a very long time. Okay, most of the clusters we have on the top 500 are managed by XCAT. So it's you manage easily 10,000 of nodes. It's command language based. And so it's working very well. On the other hand, it's hard to learn. Okay, and as part of our target to improve our HPC footprint, we want to target also small and medium-sized customers. And in fact, as you will see, some of the effort we are doing is for this kind of market. So XCAT, weak GUI, complex to learn, difficult for smaller. So as you will see, we have started another effort which is called Confluent, which is a new, I would say, generation of XCAT. On the other hand, whatever you use, XCAT or Confluent, we would like to ease the use of the cluster, both from a user perspective and from a system admin perspective. So we created first something called web orchestration, which we originally developed. It was developed by the China team for the China market. And we have been, so it's true what it is. It's an admin console and a user console where the user, and I will show a few examples of that, user can submit job and can monitor the job he has been submitting, and admin can monitor the cluster and the jobs that have been submitted by everybody. So this was developed for China. We have a few installations there, and it's called LICO, okay? Lenovo Intelligent Computing Orchestration. And then what we are doing now is creating an English version, and we will be released as an open source project, which is called, for now, OSMWC, and in fact, we have I would say, un concours. We are looking for better names, so if you have good ideas, because this one is really horrible, okay? And as we want to make it broader, if you have good ideas for replacing that, that will be good, and we'll find what's the price for that. So what's LICO? So it's the LICO. So the web console is sitting on top of a classic, I would say, open source stack, Ganglia, for Gold for accounting, because this stack do the accounting, Torque MAUI for scheduling, different flavors of MPI, XCAT, and Confluent, and then running on CentOS or Red Hat, Lustre, and the OFED thing. So this exists. And as I said, so that's the functions we have. And we have also added some, I would say, admin guide and installation scripts to ease, in fact, the work of the system admin, which will do this installation. As you can see, of course, there are some schedulers which are not here, or some functions which are missing. So we are, in fact, still, I would say, adding components to the stack. So that's Lyco. So what we did, we took Lyco and made this OSMWC thing. The bigger, first, of course, it's in English, so you don't need to learn Mandarin. That's good, okay? Because who knows, who reads Mandarin here? Okay, so I think we did something good. And we took out the accounting. It was because some people, and it was tricky, and we wanted to make it open source, and that was not working easy. So the bigger difference is English, no accounting, and so that's available. We are doing some proof of concept, and you will see a few customers which are working with us on I would say, improving it. So a few slides about what it is about. So the two major things are the user portal, where, in fact, you will submit jobs. So of course there are a few screens to create jobs, to submit jobs, to make it much simpler. Then you can see what's your job which are running, and then a kind of status of the cluster. Okay, how many jobs in the queue, and the CPU usage, memory usage, and disk usage. So that's the user perspective. We have a kind of similar perspective, and there are, of course, more things, but I don't want to spend too much time on that. So, So from the admin perspective, you will see, of course, same thing, CPU usage, memory usage. You will also see the network traffic, and the status of the nodes, and the status of the job, and how many jobs are running, waiting, or suspend, and again, things about how nodes are utilized. So that's what exists, and we are, I would say, doing some proof of concept with customers. On the other hand, I was saying that XCAT is good for very large and experienced admin, but for a smaller size cluster, it's a little bit difficult. So we started the Confluent project, which is in fact to extend XCAT. So we made it more structured interface, easier to learn. We have a web, a good GUI because it's based on RESTful API. It's also faster in terms of performance when you want to manage larger cluster. And we enhance the security. And of course, reuse efforts across HPC, OpenStack, and xClarity. xClarity being a software offering for commercial users that Lenovo is developing. And of course, reuse of multiple projects, and we will see that a lot of things are done with external customers. So where are we on update? So we have, I would say, all the comments from XCAT, and as you will see, some of them are, I would say, very much related to the power, the console, and then we are adding dynamic node groups and enriching debugging facilities. So I'll skip that. It's examples of Fluent. So what I want to focus more is what we are doing regarding the future. So first, we are partnering and we are a founding member of OpenHPC. And what we want to do in a way is, I would say, merge our work with OpenHPC. And one of the things which we are doing or will be doing soon is to have an OpenHPC stack running on top of XCAT. So that's the beginning. And we are collaborating with different universities, and one of them is Oxford. We will create an open system management framework for small and medium customers. We are still continuing to contribute to XCAT and to Confluent, of course. So that's one thing. Because of course OpenHPC will contain many of the open source components that we were using. So it will be, I would say, it makes a lot of sense to reuse OpenHPC, to add XCAT on the top or at the bottom, and then to work maybe on adding features to OpenHPC. So that's what we are doing now, and in fact, I would welcome very much your feedback in this area. So what can we do in terms of new features? Okay. So one of them, of course, is power and energy awareness. In fact, when we were with IBM, first we developed with Load Leveler and then LSF something called energy-aware scheduling, long time ago. Unfortunately, it's now part of LSF, and some people would like to use it outside of LSF. So one of the things we are doing is working on a runtime library, which will bring these features in a way to any scheduler, okay? Because it will be a plugin to the scheduler. So we want also users to have or system admin to have a good understanding on the environmentals of the system, okay? And power is one of them, but temperature and so on, which exist already. We want to, I would say, make a better job at that. One thing we are also looking at is managing more than the servers. We, of course, as HPC people, we always think about the servers, how to make it faster, how to run the application faster. But these servers sit in data centers. And I would say we are now having, I would say, megawatt data centers, and managing them is not simple. So what we are thinking is, I would say, extending the management features like power, temperature, not only to the servers, but to, I would say, starting to step in the data center, like the cooling, okay? If you look from a power perspective, cooling is a big part. You spend nearly as much in cooling as in power. And so if you can manage that, that could be very interesting. So that's things we are looking at, and in fact, I would welcome your feedback in this talk or in the conversation after on do you think it makes sense, what should we do here? Then, as DK was saying before, we see a need for, I would say, merging, in a way, big data and HPC. So one project we have is to introduce virtualized HPC. It's true for a long time, and since the beginning, we have been running on bare metal system, okay? Because virtualization was very expensive and I would say adding a lot of overhead. On the other hand, we see new technologies today which are promising, like Docker, for example, but there are a few others, which could bring virtualization without too much overhead. And so that's the thing we are looking after. And then it's to introduce not only MPI workloads, but big data, and in particular Spark workload. Our goal, in a way, is to build a stack which would, I would say, enable users to run on the same infrastructure, the same well-managed infrastructure, HPC and big data workload. So that's OpenHPC. On the other hand, as I said earlier, some customers like commercial stacks. and we cannot forget about them. So what we are doing is extending, I would say, the offer we have in the area of commercial stacks. And I highlighted here some discussions we are having now, but there could be others, to add, I would say, components to this stack. For example, Bright Computing Cluster Manager, Altair PBS Pro, and not only having them on the stack, but enabling this software to do a better job on our platform, like, for example, reporting more information about the environmentals of the system, for example, and things like this. And we are, in fact, also looking to more than that, okay? In a way, not only doing the compute part, but also doing other things like, for example, visualization, okay? Visualization is a big thing. So putting more, I would say, adding components which not only look at the compute part, but more at the total, I would say, data center and total user perspective. So I think that's it for now. So I will be happy to answer any questions. And yeah.
Do you plan to hook into open source backends for monitoring, for like time series data, or for logging and inventory? I mean, you have Ganglia up there, and Ganglia is, I mean, it's fairly old, uses RRD tools, so you cannot overlay multiple metrics to create a nice chart out of it. But there's so much good and promising and usable time series data backends out there. So do you have a connector to those and leverage the open source community and what's going on there?
Yeah, so in fact, so we are not working on these things by ourselves only. We are working with the community. And it's true, so we named also Oxford, okay, but we have a few other partners in the, I would say, academic world. And some of them are looking at that. And of course, the outcome will be put back in the open source community. But it's true, we are not developing everything by ourselves. And I hope we will show, in fact, our goal is to demonstrate more of what I was saying here in the next ISC and SC conferences. We hope to show a bit more at ISC and much more at SC. Okay, and with our partners. Thank you.